So, talking about stuff that's coming up this year.
Yes, sir.
The Last of Us. Max has been knocking everything out of the park, right? Like every show that they've been putting out there, Penguin, and even gaming shows that have been coming out on Amazon, Fallout, and everything that's
Arcane. Oh my goodness.
Arcane, everything that's been coming out has been really, really good. It's
been really good.
And The Last of Us was special because The Last of Us, we already knew, and when you played the game, that felt like you weren't interacting in a movie because it was, when we're talking about writing, it's out of this world. When we're talking about character development, it's out of this world. However you feel about The Last of Us Part 2, the video game, you got to admit the writing part, at least the writing part, I understand we weren't big fans of a certain death that they hopefully they change in this one.
Stretch that out a little
Stretch
bit.
it out. Don't change the fact that it's going to happen.
Right.
Because I think this whole series is about Ellie, no one else. But I hope we get to spend more time with her interacting with the special people before they really move on to where she has to be by herself. But we're speculating here. We can't really guess anything until we see The Last of Us Season 2. Will they go ahead and copy the game? Or will they try to go ahead and, like we were saying, stretch it out? Let's find out, man. Crossing my fingers here. I hope it's not what we've been, getting from a lot of series.
Yeah.
So. That alarm is so familiar from the game. Okay, Ellie. Ellie. Oh no. Oh, Ashley.
It doesn't matter if you have a code like
it's Ashley.
There are just some things everyone agrees are just wrong.
Oh no. What?
Wow.
Dude, that is fantastically like. You guys don't understand. That's hard to do. What I'm talking about is like thinking of okay, this is how we're gonna advertise it.
Yeah, giving quite a bit, but not too much for sure.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
That was really
okay. We for sure are gonna get more, trailers from this.
Right.
We for sure are going to be getting more trailers on this.
At least one more good one.
Yeah, and I hope they keep it, I hope they go ahead and keep it as spontaneous as was on
short
here.
And sweet.
They didn't show anything, but it showed you enough of what's going to happen. I didn't get the sense it's going to go the route of the game.
Right.
I could be very well wrong. I know there were some scenes in there, like at the beginning, where you have Allie, with the alarm blaring, and then she's already a grown adult. But I wonder if season 2, and I hope this is the case, I wonder if season 2 is just going to have bits of Ellie. Maybe like, if it's going to be 8 episodes, maybe have 4 episodes be dedicated, like 4 episodes worth. They could be spread out.
Right.
But 4 episodes worth of Ellie and Joel, and then 4 episodes worth of Allie and her backstory. Because I think that's how the game should have done. I loved part 2. Because I knew from the beginning, like, even when I was playing part 1, I knew that Ellie is the main focus.
Right.
And from that point of view, the second game, they could have handled some things better. Nobody liked Allie, so they ended up having us play as Allie when we didn't want to.
That's funny.
And, but if you look at it from the point of view that you're just basically have, it's a world where humans are, again, worse than the zombies that they're surrounded by, okay?
Right.
They're worse than the environment. Some of these communities are like cannibals. Some of these communities are just horrible, horrible people.
Yeah, or will trick you into thinking that they're good people just to bring you in and to turn on you once you're in.
Exactly. So that's where I'm just being like, okay, maybe in this one, they'll go ahead and expand on it a little bit. Maybe they'll go ahead and give Allie a backstory where You know, especially people that haven't played the game. I already know that people that hated the game, part 2, are not going to give her a second chance because we already know what goes down the road. But for the viewers, I hope they do them justice by getting people to be like, who's this chick? Why is she important? I hope they go ahead and expand that. And then maybe in the 3rd season, if this is going to be, I hope it's a series that they wrap up in 3-4 seasons.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And because the longer you stretch out something like this, the longer it's gonna, you're gonna
devalue it.
Yeah, it's gonna devalue it. I think the series that's doing a really good job at that.
Yeah, because I felt like it was a great pace. Just as a series fan myself, I felt like the pace of the season 1 was incredible.
Yeah, no, it was. It was because there were no like filler episodes, right?
Right, no, exactly.
And even in the
there
first
was
season,
one episode that was a little bit odd, a little bit of a filler. The one where it's the fellow at the house by himself with the other fellow.
I didn't think that was a. I didn't think that was a filler.
Oh,
no.
well, I don't know how.
No, because I think. Well, to me, I think it was more so that was the first time they actually showed like the difference of humanity of then versus now type of deal.
It's true because he did. I don't know if you hopefully you guys have already seen it, so no spoilers. He had to lock down and create his own area, his own space, and his own safety, essentially.
Yeah, and that actually made you feel a little bit because in the game there, that's what is going on.
Yeah.
It's like when they go ahead and get separated. You're just playing as Ellie most of the time, or as Joel. You don't know what's going on when you're playing as Ellie. So in this one, at least they give you a little bit of like, hey, Joel knew Tommy. Well, not Tommy. I forgot their names, but Joel knew them.
Right.
And before versus now and everything. So so it kind of created that like heart-to-heart connection.
Yeah. Okay.
So that way, when they did reunite, it had a bigger payoff.
Right.
And I think
that makes sense.
That's why I don't think of it as a filler.
Okay.
A lot of times when I think of a filler, like you were saying, it doesn't contribute anything to the story.
Right.
It's just
I wasn't sure if it did, but that totally makes sense.
Yeah. So that I feel like is the reason. I hope season 2 is a little bit more of like giving you a lot more of. You guys are not gonna like this, I understand, but if we want to go ahead and make Allie an important character, connect to the general audience, I hope the 2nd season does exactly that, where it's more Allie.
Yeah.
But just enough Ellie and Joel that it satisfies us every time, right?
Totally.
So that way we get a backstory about Ellie and her dad because he was a scientist, and no spoilers, right? So we're not going to go into that, but it looks like it's going to pick up a little bit earlier because the way I see it with the alarms blaring at the beginning, I think that's going to be Ellie coming in to once Joel and them just left.
Ooh.
The alarm is blaring because they something happened.
Yeah.
And she, whether it's there or maybe a little bit later down the road, but I think that's where it picks up. I think that's the very beginning of the first, or like somewhere in the first episode of the 2nd season. With that, you guys, we are going to be ending this episode with the main message. Again, we're going to go ahead and say it one more time. Let's go ahead and say it together. Stop the hate.
Spread the love.
That's it, baby. Let's go ahead and do it.
I'm excited.
Don't forget to subscribe, like these videos, comment down below, hit that
New Year a great one.
Notification bell.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and grow the superhero army. And until we meet again, have a great one. Bye.